Hey everybody, it's your boy Pee Wee back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the comic I was thrown into an unknown manga, or I got possessed into a manga I've never read. Um, as usual, wherever you read, there's going to be different types of names for this. I want to start off by saying that if you like webtoon character not King Lim, this is definitely something that could be right up your alley. This is another harem romance comedy. I'm not the biggest fan of rom-coms. However, I was intrigued when I saw that our main character basically looks like a JoJo character. Now to start off with, our main character, some backstory is he was a grad student who basically lost consciousness in a fire. When he woke up, woke up in a manga that he has never read, called Scrambled Love. Essentially, he is an extra in this manga, but he possesses the body of like an extreme otaku who like has all these figurines, has all these comics, and like is basically a total otaku to heart. Even like cosplaying and like it's his own like poster he made, right? So our main character, he possesses his body and he basically dedicates himself to learning everything he can to survive in this, right? So basically what he does is after accepting, his new reality and whatnot, he basically dives into reading every book in the room to learn how to act like this character. He applies to a private school far away, different school, full scholar, right? He does all this stuff to try and acclimate into this world. Uh, and eventually, once he realizes that his possession is basically permanent, he decides to adapt to this life and find something that he really enjoys, which ended up being working out, which is how he gets this like JoJo frame. But essentially, this is just a romance slice of life harem comedy comic. Um, it isn't like a fantasy world, right? So there are like some like fight scenes and stuff, not like anything really major. Like if we go here and we go to like the most recent chapter, I think, like we can scroll down a little bit and like there's like the little like action scenes where like throwing punches and stuff, right? There doesn't seem to be any like extreme like powers that like I've read really. Like there does seem to be like people who are stronger than others in sorts of ways, and like it is a fantasy, so I've only read a few chapters. This is like a first impressions video, so I really haven't read too much into the comic. But it doesn't seem to be like any like full blown like overpowered powers type thing, like martial arts or magic or anything like that. Um, it could be. It could be. I mean, I from what I read, I haven't seen it. I mean, even in this like fight chapter, like it just looks like they wanted to like emphasize like this punch and like these effects are kind of like to emphasize that like he was really fast and super strong and whatnot. But as I said, I've only read like the first chapter or two, so this is a first impressions video as all these like new comic videos are. But it is a harem, so our main character basically at the start of the comic we get introduced to like all the females that he ends up like. It is like a harem confirmed ending from the novel. I think I read that there was like 8 total wives. These are just a few of them here that he does marry. And he actually does stick out the whole harem thing rather than like choosing one. He actually does choose all of them. So if you like harems, if you like romances, if you like slice of lives, this is definitely be for you. If you like webtoon character not King Lim, this is something pretty similar to that. So if you enjoyed that, I'm pretty sure you would enjoy this one. Um, but overall, I think it's interested me a little bit. Like the art is pretty simple. Like it's nothing like too extreme. As I said, the main reason why like I saw this and like wanted to like talk about this because like our main character's like build is kind of like a JoJo character's build. Like he's extremely buff, and it really does help him win over these females. So I don't know. I think it's a fun little read. I found myself enjoying it. And yeah, that's pretty much all I just really wanted to talk about today was this comic because I stumbled across it, like a photo of like his JoJo character frame, and I just figured, why not? It piqued my interest, and I'm really not having. I don't really like at this current moment. I'm not really reading anything like mainly. Like I'm just reading like just random comics at the moment while Magic Emperor continues to build chapters. But I just found this interesting and I just want to talk about it a little bit. But that'll be for this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.